Saturday, the 13th of November. It's absolutely raining cats and dogs. Jake and I are up at the food plot shooting house where we can stay somewhat dry. I did manage to get the decoy set up. For any of you guys that think it's not worth hunting in the rain, we just came down past my lower row crop fields on the way to this shooting house, and there were 8 deer in the pouring rain out there in that field. We're going to sit out here and rough it. This is what it's all about. If you're going to get these deer, you've got to be out where the deer are. And this muzzle loader season is prime rut time. So we got the decoy up. We lit off one of the Tink's estrus doe scent bombs right behind her. And we're going to sit here and hope it happens. If a doe comes out just before dark, Dad's going to shoot it to do some doe control. If it's still a while before dark, we're not going to shoot him because we're going to sit here and let Jacob wait on the buck. She didn't go far. She made it about 60, 65 yards off the food plot. It was a pretty close shot, 50 yards. I knew I smoked her. I mentioned earlier in the video, if does came out at last light, I was going to whack one. We need to do a little doe control on this side of the farm. We haven't killed any does up here. This is where I shot that big 8-pointer, maybe 350 yards off this food plot. But nothing came out till just right at dark. You saw the fawn come out. It was a button buck. We weren't going to shoot it. His mom came out right behind him. I made the shot on him. You saw all the smoke from the muzzle loader come up in front. As soon as I touched it off, we rewound the footage, played it back. Couldn't even see the hit on footage. So we knew we needed to get right down, try to get right on this thing with the rain and the darkness. I didn't know if there'd be any blood trail. And actually, there wasn't. We didn't find a single drop of blood where I'd shot the deer. But I heard a crash up on this hill after I shot her, so I knew she was up here. Like I say, she's not 65 yards up the hill. But she's a nice doe. We needed to shoot a few down here in this end of the farm. I'm only home for another week, and I've got to go back to my job in California for my steel construction company. So we're going to go ahead and clean this deer and get her out, and we'll donate this one to Hunters for the Hungry. We've got a freezer full of meat already. And that's a wrap. I'm Tom Heatley for Hits Outdoors, telling you to get out there, get them on the ground.